Last time on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater. Morgan went on the lam with Osk, ended up dragging his body down the road and ditching it in the woods, before returning to her hometown and dodging military recruitment. We met Pleaq, the spider-riding gnome from Northport. She joined Morgan after being under the influence of her charm and alcoholic beverage. Cersei collected a bounty and dropped off Black in the town of Crow Skull and headed back to Demon's Knot, where she met up with Morgan and Pleaq. And now, for what happened next.
Excellent. Alright, well now I'm going to introduce myself to Pleaq. Cersei, the swamp witch from Reyes. I'm a Samsaran witch. Let's see. I got like green hair, blue skin.
Yeah, I got the big blue
boots,
tits. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
white eyes, and I'm a follower of Urgathoa, so I'm not sure which robe I have on right now, but it might be my bloody Urgathoan robe.
Yeah. And you have a familiar too.
Yeah, I have a sturge.
Which is like a giant mosquito with bat wings.
Oh,
It's really distracting.
awesome. The Harriet is gonna like that.
So that's the thing I think is interesting is now that you have this giant spider and this giant mosquito.
Yeah.
So it seems like as you guys meet, you seem like very friendly towards each other, but at the same time, Harriet and what's your Sturge's name?
Winston.
All right, Winston seems very scared of the spider, and the spider seems like it wants to eat Winston. So you definitely get a vibe of like, predator-prey instinct between the two of them, even though you two are hitting it off perfectly.
All right. Yeah, I can see how that could be an issue. I'm going to say it seems that our pets do not enjoy each other's company. Perhaps would you mind, since you're known about this town, to leave your spider outside?
I say in response, Harriet's a good spider. She won't eat your, what is it called?
Sturge.
A sturge.
Yeah,
She won't attack your sturge. Harriet comes with me everywhere, without question.
All right.
And I say, easy, Harriet. These are friends.
All right, roll me handle animal on Harriet.
22.
Yeah, that's
or
fine.
20. Yeah.
So
24.
she does seem to have Harriet under control. Even though Harriet seems to be drooling at the thought of eating your sturge, it seems like she won't attack if this gnome tells her not to.
Okay, good. All right. Then I'll continue to have my sturge, I guess, like sitting on my shoulder, or maybe fly up onto a lamp, or just hanging out.
Give it
Get
some
out
distance.
of web reach if possible.
All right, you can do that. It can go up to a rafter or something, kind of out of reach.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. All right, so you guys continue your conversation.
All right. I'm going to say I was just talking to this fine gentleman here, and he was about to tell me a little bit about a altercation that seemed to have occurred just outside the bar earlier, or inside the bar today.
Oh.
Yeah, so Pleaq might have missed it earlier, but Pleaq was there. But the guy playing Pleaq, earlier there was an altercation outside the bar where a half-orc was taken in for questioning after raising suspicion at a local bar. And he vanished in thin air, and Pleaq was out hunting for him in hopes of getting the bounty.
All right. Was there anybody else what did this fight entail? Like, what was going on? How did it break out?
Pleaq doesn't know anything other than that one suspect was taken into custody, but the orc vanished in a puff of black smoke, it seemed. And he was just hoping to use his spider senses or whatever to track him down and find him. But hasn't had any luck yet. He's looking to make a quick buck. He's a gnome living in an elf world.
Exactly.
So, he's got to look out for himself. He was raised among the elves in this town. So he's had a hard time. You know what I mean? Even if he is riding a spider and looks like he could probably be cool with the drow, he probably, even if he was cool with them, would not be as well respected as the elf drow. You know what I mean?
Do I remember correctly that in Northport, the elves are like the lower class?
In comparison to drow, yes. But there's also hobgoblins, orcs, gnomes. Gnomes are probably the lowest class. So this gnome, Pleaq, that you're hanging out with right now, is dressed really well. Pleaq is wearing noble clothes.
riding a spider, like riding around town on a spider. People know who she is. So for a gnome, doing really, really well.
Yeah.
For a gnome. Like, she's obviously not, like, any other gnome in this town would be ostracized. Like, every other gnome in this town is a slave in the factories, churning out magical items for the elves, basically. This is the only gnome you've seen walking around town unfettered. No one's asked any questions. No one's, this gnome gets around town without looking suspicious. She runs back to the spider like she's a drow, and no one says anything. Like, this gnome looks more drow than anyone else in town. Like, every other drow looks like an elf and is trying to disguise himself as an elf. This gnome is trying to look drow. This gnome is riding a spider, probably wears white makeup. I mean, she's a female. Like, she wants to be part of this noble class in town that she's not a part of, and she grew up among it, and she's looked down upon, and she tries really hard to be accepted in this town.
All right. Well...
It is accepted.
I'll say that, if you're going to be working on a bounty, I happen to be here on a bit of a mission myself. If perhaps we can go somewhere more private, we could work out a mutually beneficial arrangement.
We can take these drinks back to a more private location. My house is just around the corner, if you'd prefer.
Perfect. All right, so let's all go back to your house.
All right, back to Pleaq's house.
The bartender, I need 2 to go.
2 to go. All right, 1 gold for 2 to go.
All right.
You get 2 small bujos or baijus, whatever they were.
All right. Well, then, once we are alone in your house, I'll fill you guys in on that I'm here on a bounty to steal some magical items of some sort of import for the Thieves Guild back on Norland. And if you're willing to help me steal some of these items, I'll help you with your bounty, and I'll give you a cut of the money as well.
What kind of mission are we talking here?
It's for the Thieves Guild, and I just got to find somewhere. I got to figure out where probably some of the most interesting magical items in town will be, and steal them. Yeah. It'll be a breeze.
I mean, I like a good payday, so you've piqued my interest.
Wait, or that's gonna be in Southport, right, Brian?
Yeah, the magical, religious relics you're looking for are in Southport. You guys are in Northport right now.
So I'll say that I need to go to Southport at some point. At some point, and work on that. And let's see. We don't know anything about this half-orcs.
Yeah, do we have any leads?
Location.
Are there any? Does Pleaq have any leads?
That the half-orc was very scarred up. He had a lot of scars. He was very old. He vanished into blackness. Just disappeared. He was with a Venaran who's been taken into custody for questioning. It's probably in the He's a he, right? He's probably in the torture chamber.
Like in the Orc Garrison?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the Orc Garrison and see if we can get some information from the jailers about where the half-orc might have gone to. But Berkeley wouldn't know that even if...
No, and neither would the jailers, because as far as everyone knows, he just vanished in a puff of black smoke, which everyone knows. So once they went into black smoke, everything was kind of lost after that.
Okay. All right. Well.
So I say, I have no leads yet on this half-orc, so Southport's as good a place as any to start looking.
All right. I'm going to ask Morgan if you have any leads.
I haven't seen the half-orcs around.
Do you want to sense motive on the things they're saying?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Sense motive. Sense motive on I've never seen a half-orc. Whoever said, who was it that said that they didn't know anything about it? Was it you, Morgan?
That was Patrick. Yeah, Morgan.
Yep. So Morgan, roll me a, is it deception on Pathfinder?
No, bluff check.
Bluff. Roll me a bluff check.
And
then you roll a sense motive versus his bluff check and see if you see sense anything.
Right.
Oh, shit.
He rolled a 2. All right, hang on.
Because he rolled a natural fucking 20, guys. So at this moment, you sense whenever he says, "I don't know anything about a half orc," you sense right away there's some falsehood to his statement. You don't have to call him out right now, but you know right now that this half elf, when it says, "I don't know anything about this half orc," is lying to you on some level.
What's the modifier on sense motive? I want to try to sense as well.
All right, it's wisdom, I believe.
Wisdom. Dude, I know the half orc too. All right, I got a 21. I got a 21.
Are you trying to sense motive on
about
Pleaq?
whether or not he knows anything about this half orc that caused the issue.
Yeah, you don't seem from your sense motive. You sense that this really is just a bounty hunter looking for a bounty. He knows nothing more. He knows nothing more about Oz than the fact that it's a half orc and that he can get money if he catches it. It will be respected among the elves. Like if he catches this, he'll be a hero.
I was sensing the motive on Patrick if he knew anything.
Oh, you know Patrick knows. You know Patrick knows something. You know Morgan knows.
All right, so that's what I was saying. I'm suspicious because
You know Osk, and you know that Morgan knows Osk, and you know that Morgan probably knows what happened.
All right, so the only way we're gonna get leads is from someone who knows what happens. That's up. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna straight up ask him. I'm like, "Do you know where Osk is, Morgan?"
All right, so when he says that, you catch the name Osk. You now know the person you're looking for is named Osk. Osk, A-U-S-K.
I don't care. We'll figure out some way to incorporate him in the group. We're not gonna have to necessarily go all the way through with this.
Yeah, you can always talk him into forgiving him or whatever, giving up the bounty and moving on to something else. But yeah.
Or we could create an analog, turn his body in dead or alive.
Yeah, exactly. He can say he has a shadow form, he can get a new body. It's fine. Tom will be fine.
I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just trying to make shit move along.
Do it.
All right. So I'm gonna ask where Osk is.
Osk, I don't like this plan.
I'm gonna intimidate you.
I'm gonna intimidate you.
All right, intimidate off. You guys have an intimidation contest. Both of you roll intimidation. The highest number wins for us deciding which way we progress with this.
Well, I originally rolled. Okay. All right. What are we rolling for?
You're both rolling intimidation, or which is charisma.
Yeah.
And you're trying to intimidate each other off. The highest intimidation wins on convincing who's going to talk or not talk.
Okay. All right.
But Pleaq has already got the name Osk and nothing else. So after this, we'll decide if we progress this way or a different way.
I'm gonna roll the intimidation, and I got a 22.
Nice.
What you got, Morgan?
Alright, whatever, +7.
Oh! Alright. He beat me.
All right,
I
so
don't know shit.
so he says, so Morgan,
We both got 22.
you both got 22. All right, so it's a standoff. You say, give me the information, and Morgan says, I don't know shit, but you're both just staring at each other. Pleaq, you get to intercede at this point because they've got a tie. So you see them both having a stare off. You see that this guy, that Cersei, the Samsara, obviously knows that Morgan knows something. He's given you a name already, and Morgan's refusing to give any more information. You sense the tension. You know something's going on. It's your chance to intercede and break the tie.
I would like to have Harriet use her stealth to come up behind Morgan and bite her.
All right, so you have to dismount, which is a ride check to do this sneakily.
Oh, well, since we've been back at home, I assumed I'd dismount.
At the bar, you dismount. You got it in your chair. You're sitting at the table. Oh, you're back at your house.
We're back at the house.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
fine.
Harriet's
around doing her thing.
keeping, defending me from the shadows because she's got stealth.
All right, so first roll me a handle animal to see if she gets what you're trying to get her to do. You're trying to get her to do something. Natural 20. This guy is fucking amazing. Natural 20. Harriet senses her owner's motives. Follows the order to sneak up behind. Who are you sneaking by? Morgan?
Yes.
Elf? Half elf? All right.
The one who's fucking lying.
Surprise attack on Morgan the half elf, which means the spider's gonna get to roll against your AC minus. You usually get like a dex bonus to your AC, Morgan. Pat, you don't get your dex bonus to AC right now. Yeah, what's your AC normally?
17.
Is part of that because of a dex bonus?
Yep.
Subtract that part.
Alright, 13.
So right now your AC is 13. So the spider's gonna roll against that because it's a surprise attack. So roll that. Roll plus your BAB for the spider. which is just a +1. So. All right, so it only rolled a 10, so it misses, just barely misses. So right behind your neck, a spider just bit at you, and misses.
Yeah.
You know this just happened. You felt this. There's a spider behind you that just bit at you. You can
I know
either.
it's a spider.
It's that giant spider that you know belongs to this friend of yours you just met. Just tried to bite you. You can
I'm gonna roll
respond.
perception to see if I saw the spider do this.
Okay.
No, that's only gonna be like 6.
Yeah, you didn't see anything. It was very stealthy.
Very fucking.
It's a high. The spider does have very high stealth.
I have combat reflexes, so I get 3.
Attacks. Oh, so yeah, roll 2 more. Roll 2 more then. Yeah.
16.
That one's gonna hit. Roll 1 more though.
14.
What was your AC total without Dex?
13.
Oh, he just had 2 bites that happened on you. So roll your bite damage. Like 1d4, I think. Plus
1d4
plus
Minus
poison.
poison.
So roll the 1d4 twice.
3 and 2.
All right, so you take 5 damage, and then roll what kind of save for the poison? Con.
Yeah, con. Is
All right,
the
then
first-
roll con save. Constitution.
Fuck.
You just got bit twice by a spider, dog. Sorry.
16.
All right, what was the total for the con save? Do you remember? Did we write down what it was? It's going to be 10 plus spell level, which is 1, plus wisdom, which is 0. So it'd be. What was your 15?
Yeah, 16.
Oh, 16. So you're fine. He gets 1 more though. So roll another one. Roll 1 more of those for me. Because you got bit twice.
15 this time.
All right, so you're fine both times. You don't become poisoned, but you do take that 5 damage. A spider bit you 2 times. You know it happened because you felt it.
Now I say I don't like being lied to, and I roll intimidate on Morgan, and that's 18.
So we got an 18 intimidate on I don't like being lied to you, Morgan, after being bit by a spider twice.
That's right. You're in my house.
That's the
You
same.
are in Pleaq's house. Literally.
Can I, like, do I get a save on that? Or no?
You already rolled your con save on it.
Yeah,
You don't get a save on the damage. That was your AC that you got versus that. You got a save on the you didn't get poisoned, so you did not take any poison damage, which is good because that was strength damage, I think. So you didn't take any of that. Yeah, so you didn't take that. You got lucky. You just got bit, so you just take some bite damage, which you'll just bleed a little bit. You'll be fine.
Alright, so I can. My turn?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You can either respond or fight.
Alright. I'm gonna yell out, "What the fuck was that with your goddamn friendly spider?"
Alright, then I'm gonna roll perception and see if I see the spider. Is that alright?
Yeah. You can roll it now that he said something again, because that'll call your
That's
attention.
gonna be a 17 plus 3, so a 20.
All right, you see the spider crawling away from your friend Morgan, and you would see the whelps on his neck where the spider bites are. He does have 2 spider bites on his back and on his shoulder and neck.
Alright, I'm gonna cast sleep on Harriet.
All right, cast it.
I'm
What's
gonna
the
say-
save?
I'm
What's the save on that? It's 10 plus your caster level plus your modifier.
It's 18.
All right, so roll a what's that? A will save from your spider versus that number. So D20 plus the will number plus 0. So yeah, it's not likely. Your spider's got to fall asleep. This is sleep.
My poor baby. Yes!
19.
19!
19.
Harriet's
Harriet
a
does
badass-
not fall asleep.
Harriet is a badass baby.
Harriet's still wide awake. That's
Fuck.
fucked up. Yeah, you rolled a 19. I'm sorry. So yeah, Harriet's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna say, gentlemen, there's no reason for violence. Or ladies, there's no reason for violence.
Ladies.
I say, I don't know you guys, or you gals. I just met you today. You come into my home, you lie to me.
Cray. Bitches be cray.
I want the truth. What's going on here?
Alright, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna be like, lately we've been traveling with a half-orc, and he is clearly Morgan knows something, but he's not willing to tell, or she's not willing to tell us. So I'll tell you what I know about it. His name's Ost, and he's able to travel into the Shadow Realm, and that's probably what he did and how he got away, but any more than that, I can't tell you where the hell he is now. That's honestly all that I know about this situation.
You can roll sense motive if you want. Or you can just trust him on his word.
I trust him.
Alright, so Cersei
She's
seemed to be
trustworthy.
Cersei seemed to be telling the truth. Does not trust Morgan, trust Cersei. Par for the course in this game. Alright, so...
if I'm still wearing the truth ring?
I think you still... No, you gotta take it off. I think the last game you got it removed somehow.
Well, I found out from those dwarves about it.
Yeah, so you can remove it if you want to. I don't know if you did, but I think...
All you have to do is just want to take it off.
Yeah.
So I guess I think I took it off already, but...
I think you did too. So you don't have to tell the truth if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Unless you just want to wear it.
I'm gonna see if Morgan would like this ring that I found a little while back.
You gotta be smoother than that.
Yeah, most of the group had figured that out already, bro.
No one wanted to tell you that you were being honest all the time.
No one in my group ever said anything that I was like. They were like, "Wow, Cersei, you're being really truthful when you used to be kind of a devious bitch."
They just liked it. They liked that you were honest all of a sudden.
Well, you never told me about it.
Yeah.
Now I can lie, but I'm not.
But you don't have to.
All right. Well, then the only thing I can think of, he wouldn't leave the island, in my opinion. So we need to go to one of these other ports and see if he's around, since no one's seen him.
And you have another mission at Southport, so you can go around there and look for information and do what you need to do.
Go to Southport to steal some magical artifacts, some religious artifacts and relics. So I say we make our way down there.
Alright. Yeah, I agree with that. The probably safest way I would think is to head straight to, unless you all want to go to the creepy fucking ghost forest. Feel like we should follow the road for a bit. And I'll share my map with them. So if you can see, we are on the north part of the map.
Yeah.
West part, you would imagine, is west of there down the road.
Yeah. That's where we're going. And
That's a big forest in the middle.
Yeah. Which I know many routes through.
So we have to go through the creepy forest, I believe, to get to Southport. Unless we follow.
You can go around it, but it'll just take a little bit longer.
We can also go through it. I know many routes through the creepy forest.
He is a gnome, and gnomes are from the forest here. So while he grew up in the city, yeah. So while he grew up in the city, he will also know the forest very well.
All right. So let's call it a night, and in the morning we'll work our way through creepy forest. I want to get my spells back. I wasted a sleep spell, and so I want to get that back.
All right.
Remember when Tom and I got sucked into the Shadow Plane?
Yep.
And when we came out, we were in the middle of the forest.
Yep.
Okay, so do I know the forest pretty well?
You've been through the forest at least one time. It's a tricky forest. You know about the gnome village in the middle because you've been to the gnome village.
Yeah.
And you've been through the forest, but you also, the couple times you went, you were chased by ghosts and stuff. You know it's a scary, spooky forest, and there's lots of shit going on there. Like, you know, you've been attacked going through the forest. You know it's not a safe place.
Don't I have a quest to kill, a ghost somewhere? Was that in
You do have a quest to kill a ghost. I believe the ghost is in Northport.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
wrote down the family somewhere. I can't remember.
Yeah, check, but I believe it was a family in Northport. Most of the ghosts are in Northport.
What's that? What's the mission for?
Kill a family, to kill a ghost.
A ghost-busting mission.
People. Right?
It's a ghost-busting mission. He has to go bust a ghost. Yeah. And you can get something for it from the gnome leader of the gnome town.
Was the gnome village where those teleportation apartments were?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
That's cool. I remember those.
So if you have a key to one, you don't even have to walk there. You can just open the door and shove one of them in at a time, and then you go last.
Yeah.
So did you buy an apartment or just Tom?
Tom's the
Only
one.
Tom, yeah. So if you had a key, you could just teleport there. You wouldn't have to even walk.
Why we should have gotten Tom's corpse first. We could have taken the key.
Hey, I don't mean to metagame here, but you know where his corpse is. If you want to go steal the key, you can.
Oh, exactly.
Alright, well, we're headed that direction anyway.
Yeah. But from there, the thing is, by the time you get there, you're near Westport, and you have to find a door to put the key in. So you have to go into Westport to find a door to get to the middle of the forest.
That's right. Alright.
Well, you're trying to get to Southport, so by then you'd be going up your ass to get to your elbow. By then you're halfway to
Southport
Southport.
anyway, right?
Yeah, let's just go through the forest. And there's some...
We didn't want to do the ghost thing first? In town?
You
the
wanna-
North
You want
Port?
to tell them about your ghost hunting mission and see if they'll help you before you leave town?
Let me flip through 100 pages real
Let's
quick.
get some I want some fucking experience,
Do
boy.
you remember what the mission
Yeah, you need some
was?
battles.
Huh?
Do you not remember what kind of ghost it was? I can look if you don't remember.
It was a family ghost. I wrote it down somewhere.
How about you, can we get a knowledge, history, or local from you, Pleaq, on some hauntings around
Yeah, you want to roll a knowledge local there, Pleaq?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
It wasn't good.
8.
Pleaq doesn't believe in ghosts.
Alright, so all I have written down is Ghostbusters, the Barkley family ghost.
Okay.
Does that help you?
All right. Yeah. So there's a Geist at the Barkley house.
What was that?
There is a Geist at the Barkley house.
Geist. Alright. Well, Pleaq, I don't know, I know that you're in a hurry to find this half-orc who might be our friend, might not be. There's a lot of orcs in this town, I would assume, right? And drow.
A lot of orcs hop. The orcs run a lot of the guards. So there are a lot of orcs here. There's a lot of hobgoblins, a lot of elves, drow, gnomes. A couple of humans. Not a lot of humans, but some.
Yeah, alright, so if you want, we can try to find our orc friend to see if he knows anything about what happened, or we can try to take out this ghost and then work our way down towards my bounty, and then hopefully run into some information in between those two different bounties. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Alright.
All right. It's a stretch. It's a stretch, but Pleaq seems to go along with it. Maybe for ulterior motives. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I understand you don't believe in ghosts, Pleaq, but you just humor us. Who gave you this mission?
A gnome. A gnome named Perifi.
Gave me the mission.
A gnome named Perifi from the Darkwood Forest.
No, I honestly, this was 4 months ago. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I just remember I had to kill a ghost.
Is it for an assassin's guild?
No, it was for Periphery, the head gnome in the gnome village in Darkwood Forest, the Darkwood village.
All right.
He gave you the mission because he's old and it's hard for him to go on these ghost busting missions, but they guard over Irminsil, which guards the gate between here and the other plane. So a lot of spirits escape from there and they hunt them down.
And they're killing all the Darkwood Village people, right?
No, the elves from Northport are kidnapping the gnomes from Darkwood and using them in their factories.
Alright.
Which, knowing that and being but knowing that and knowing that your new friend Pleaq is a gnome that lives in Northport and is not a slave should tip you off to something. I don't know. That's me.
Okay.
That's me metagaming, but
Alright, that's fine.
Alright.
Not a good character. He's whatever. Sometimes you gotta steal some babies, man. Other people in this game have tried to kill.
it's
children.
true. It's true. People have killed babies in this. We've
had.
had baby killers in this game. Baby killers, terrorist bombers. We've had people do awful things in this game. I'll be the first one to admit.
I'm not gonna. Cersei's not gonna judge. I've done.
Yeah. We've all done bad things.
Yeah.
We're all
Alright,
human.
Well,
Or
let's see if we
humanoid.
can talk to someone and find out where the Barclay house is.
All right. Roll me a knowledge local. There, Pleaq. Pleaq might know. Pleaq's from the area.
I should know. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Pleaq is very familiar with the Barkley household. That was the household that Pleaq grew up in.
Oh. Wait, but didn't you tell us-
Pleaq was raised by the Barkley family.
And he got shit on by them.
Yeah,
so
they fucking treated him like shit. He was
okay.
he was like a bad stepchild type. He clean. They made him clean and do chores and
Alright.
stuff. And they treat him way different than they did the other kids.
Alright, I'm gonna say, just to be humorous here, and maybe we can get to the bottom of some of the things that happened in your past, and maybe get you a little, reconciliation, perhaps. You can go back there and clear your head.
I doubt it, but let's go see what the cunt has to say.
All right. So it sounds like she's on board. All right, so you guys head to the Barkley house, which, like I said, Pleaq knows very well, and Pleaq will, of course, knock on the bronze door knocker, and they will answer the door and say, "Oh, Pleaq, we haven't seen you in, years? Oh, you've brought some friends with you. How lovely. Oh, do you need some money? Do you need is that what, Pleaq, do you need help, Pleaq?
Yes, of course I need some.
Well, what can we do for you, Pleaq? What do you need now, Pleaq?
Get out of the way, bitch. We're coming in.
Oh, how rude. Well, of course, you're always welcome, Pleaq. Come on in, have some snacks. Your friends will have to take off their shoes, of course. Do you guys take off your shoes?
I'm fine with taking off my shoes. I don't have any sort of magical shoes or anything.
Alright, your friends take off their shoes, they enter with you, you push past,
I
what?
don't get off my spider.
You don't, of course, you ride your spider, because that's the only way you're the same height as your elf, because this is what you recognize as your elf sister. So your half-sister, who's an elf. So you ride right past her, yeah, you were adopted, of course, but you ride right past her into the house, and she's, like, of course, flabbergasted. What do you guys do now?
Well, I'm going to give a nice little courtesy to his half-sister, introduce myself as Cersei, and this is my friend Morgan, and us ladies are, we heard that you guys might have some paranormal disturbances in the house.
Oh, you mean Uncle Harold. We don't even go to the attic anymore. I have so many old portraits up there that I painted that I can't get to.
Well, if you don't mind, we'd like to go upstairs and maybe see what's going on with the uncle.
Oh, please do.
All right.
Alright, so you join Pleaq. Pleaq leads you to the attic, which has one of those like old pull-down doors, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Has one of them. And you pull down the pull-down door and little stairs drop down, and you guys can crawl up into the attic where the Geist lives.
All right. Let's see. Then I guess I will, once we're up there, I'll do, detect
I
undead.
assume you lead the way.
Yeah, well, actually, this is his mission. I think Morgan should lead the way.
Morgan, you lead the way?
Morgan's in the bathroom.
Yeah, he's
Morgan, we better wait for Morgan to get back before we go up in the attic then.
Yeah.
You guys better chit-chat and eat, like, I'll tell you what, while you're hanging out of the house, they bring you, like, tiny, like, triangle sandwiches, you know? But there's, like, it's like cucumber spread. It's like cucumber dill spread on, like, tiny cucumber sandwiches and, like, very tiny glasses of, like, weird milk, like, from some strange animal. So you guys have, like, tiny thimble glasses of milk and tiny, like, cucumber spread sandwiches to snack on while you wait.
Okay, all right. He's returned from the lavatory.
All right. Pleaq says that she thanks the server by name. Obviously very familiar with the help. The help seems very pleased to help Pleaq. Pleaq obviously is the favorite of the help because he doesn't treat the help like shit like the rest of the family does. Obviously.
Okay, so we're at the Berkeley family house.
Yeah.
They told us they heard some weird shit in the attic.
The attic is the place that seems to be haunted by the Geist. And the three of you crawl up into the attic. Morgan enters the attic first. Sonny and Morgan roll a perception check first.
I rolled a 27.
27, oh, that's great. Alright, so you see right away a disembodied phantom wearing black robes, and has a maw of very sharp teeth.
Long, very sharp teeth, and she's wearing what kind of robe?
A long black robe, and it looks like a dead elf. But it looks like an evil fucking dead. Like this guy was fucking the worst. This was like this is an evil spirit of an evil dead. It looks even more drow than elf, I guess. It has very white skin, sharp teeth, pointy. It looks evil. It's an evil old spirit that's dead and is somehow attached to.
Where do we see him in the room?
It's flying around, like floating around very fast. Actually, it flew right over your head as you came up the stairs first.
Okay, so it's just somewhere in the room. We don't know where it is yet.
It's moving all around the room. I mean,
Gotcha.
It's flying around very quickly. It's moving a little bit faster than you can move on foot at normal speed, although you're moving a little slowly because you're going up steps. So this is flying around it's all over the room. It's flying around. But it's incorporeal, so it's flying. So up in the attic, there are objects like stacked up in boxes, like old clothes, memorabilia, and crap. This geist is flying through all these objects, so it's like phasing through all this material and it's like floating around.
All right. Well, I'm gonna shout out my party as I'm running up the stairs. I'm gonna shout at them what I see. There's a crazy fucking ghost up here.
All right. Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna run up the stairs as well. And cast Command Undead on the Geist.
So okay, I have to roll higher than 18. Plus, I rolled a 4 plus. Okay, that's way lower than what I need. So yeah, it works. I got a 14, which is 4 lower than what I needed.
All right.
So it works. You are now commanding the Geist. Excuse me.
All right.
So I got it here. It's once per day per level. One undead creature, standard action within 25 feet, which this is. It allows you a degree of control over undead creature if it's intelligent, perceives your words and actions favorably. So let me check the intelligence of this Geist real quick. 15. So it's pretty intelligent. So right now it will consider what you're saying as favorable. So it treats you as friendly right now.
All right.
It will not attack you while the spell lasts. You can give it orders, but it must win an opposed charisma check to convince it to do anything it wouldn't ordinarily do. So you can give it orders that it would ordinarily follow, and that's fine. If you order to do anything that it wouldn't normally do, you have to do a charisma fight.
All right, and I already know his name. What was she told us his name? Uncle.
I think I said Harold Barkley.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Harold. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say, or ask Uncle Harold why he remains in this realm. Should I roll diplomacy?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I mean, see if that'll make him even more favorable.
Yeah.
It should be like a 24. Yeah, 24.
He says his wife murdered him to gain rank in the Drow hierarchy. So the Drow hierarchy is mostly won by females. You would know just from being a part of this world. Most leaders of Drow society are females. So and males are prized for nothing more than usually just for breeding. So she got her a couple of children on him and then killed him to obtain rank within the Drow hierarchy. Because by killing him, it made her look more powerful. Like she's willing to kill her mate to gain rank.
That sounds like the bitch.
Yeah.
That's the bitch.
All right, yeah, because you're up here with us too now.
Yeah. He followed. He's right behind you guys.
I mean, I was gonna be coming up the stairs, but then he casted the spell and all that happened. I just assumed
he was
coming
following
up the stairs.
I assumed that she was third. I assumed that you had an order and you were last. Is what I assumed. But you were last.
I was last up the steps. I took care of it. Yeah.
Is this Pleaq's mother or aunt who did this?
It would be what he would consider his aunt. So his mother's sister. But they would have all lived in the same house. Stepmom, his half mom, his adopted mother.
Adopted. Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, yeah. His adopted mother's sister.
Foster mother's sister. Even
further.
Yeah. Foster mother's sister.
Well, I'm going to ask him what. I'll ask Pleaq, what does he know about his step aunt? Is she a bad woman? Would it be a terrible thing if we help this ghost get revenge?
I mean, he called her the bitch when he showed up. Obviously. Yeah. She would always give you really crappy presents for Christmas. Yeah. And
she's real mean.
She just knows how to say the mean. She knows how to push your buttons. She knows how to say the meanest thing.
All right.
Most critical.
Sidebar.
She's a bad bitch. She's one of the most obvious Drow women in your family. She was one of the first ones you knew was a Drow.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, how do you collect on this bounty for making with this?
We just have to make this ghost disappear.
Okay. All right. Then I will talk again to Uncle Harold, and I'll say if she were perhaps removed from the mortal coil, would that allow you to pass through the green door of the known people or whatever the hell it is?
He says, if you murder my wife, he says, my soul will rest easy.
All right. Then let's see. What languages do you speak?
Elven, Aqua, Goblin.
All can't talk to anybody here. All right, well, he's still favorable to me. I still command him, or have commanded it. I'm
for a
gonna
period of
ask,
time.
I'm like, sure, what do you guys want to do? We can, do something here, or we can do something with the wife.
Let's kill the bitch.
Yeah, that way, two birds, one stone.
Let's kill the bitch.
Okay, all right. I'm going to tell the uncle that we'll return with proof that she is gone, and then you can move on to pass on to another realm.
All right. You would know that the bitch lives in this house in a room in the west wing. It's a very large, like, mansion-type house. It's a big-ass house.
Okay.
So in the other wing of the house, on the other side of the house, would be the bitch, the aunt.
Okay, well, I'll ask if you'd be willing to show us on the floor where the bitch is. Like, if I could, like, somehow get through the ceiling to her.
Yeah, he walks across the attic to the other side of the house and says directly below here is where she sleeps.
Okay. All right. Well, here's my plan, guys. I'm going to say this quietly. Is she asleep right now, I assume?
It's late at night. So you don't know that she's asleep. You could maybe ask Pleaq if she'd be asleep at this hour, but it might be safe. It's late, so it's probably safe to assume. But Pleaq, does she usually go to bed around 9-10 p.m.?
Bitch is always scheming. You can't trust that she's asleep by 9.
Okay.
So she might be in her bedroom, but the lights might be on and she's reading a book. So it's hard to say if she's asleep or if she's just in her room. She's definitely in her room,
She's a schemer.
but you can't tell if she's asleep. She might be awake. She might be awake all night. Who knows?
All right, well then...
No one goes in, no one goes out. She locks the door at 9.
Okay.
So she's in there, but who knows what she's doing.
All right, well, here's my plan, guys. I'm going to tell you quietly. I'm going to cast Dimensional Door on the floor, and we're going to drop down into her room, and let's murder this bitch.
Me.
All right, I'm going to have to use the mythic point in order to bring someone besides just myself through.
Okay, I'll allow it. Right?
No, I think it's actually part of the mythic spell.
No, yeah, it is. It's a part of the power of the mythic spell. I don't remember how many it is. Is there a number for the mythic spell, or is it like up to 5 or 6 or something like
Yeah,
that?
I'm not sure. Well, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, do it for me just to be sure. I think it's okay, because you only have 3 people, so I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
4 with a spider, but I'll let the spider come included with Pleaq, because they're kind of the size of a person together. To be honest, together you make a person. Fine. You're 3 feet each, like together you're 6 foot tall. You're fine.
Yeah. The Harry of the spider.
Yeah. I like Harry the spider. That was a good choice. I like what you did there.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Is one badass.
All right. Okay, it says, when casting the spell, you can designate a number of creatures equal to your caster level, which is 4.
So yeah, you're fine. That's enough for everybody.
You can see and use the portal.
Alright, there you go. You can make a portal that goes straight down 30 feet, even without seeing the room, because it's directly below you, I'll allow it. Because you just know it's below you, that's all you need to know. It's a very distinct direction in relation to you. So you can go directly below you within 30 feet, no problem, with up to 4 people, which is everything you have right now. So, I'm down.
All right, cool.
I'm okay
So
with this plan.
I'm gonna do this, and are you guys ready? Do you have anything that you want to do? Do you want to cast a guidance on yourselves? Or,
Draw a weapon, anything, be ready.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, I'm gonna draw my gnomed hooked hammer, and I plan to hang back. Well, I don't know if I should express this, but I plan to hang back and then drop down once they've already come in to surprise on her once she's already facing them, because I get 3 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Try and surprise her. I like it.
After she's already been surprised.
Alright,
by
so
them.
Pleaq expresses her desire to surprise her, which would either mean that Pleaq would have to attack first, or that you guys have to go a whole round of attacking without Pleaq, and then Pleaq would come in as a surprise the second round. Which is what Pleaq wants. Pleaq wants to come in the second round. Pleaq wants you guys to attack for a round, and then she'll surprise attack after a round of you guys
Okay,
attacking.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So you go in and be alone for a round, and then all of a sudden Pleaq will come out of nowhere.
Okay. All right. Well then, I guess on the count of 3.
Before, I will have my spider defend everyone. I will
So you want to send your spider in ahead of you? Because the defendant's just got to be in the room.
Oh, okay, well then, I can't tell her that when we go in here, I want you to defend everyone.
Once they go in there, once you're in the room, yes.
Okay.
So I'll wait till then.
I'll wait till then.
Till you're in the room.
Alright.
Alright, cool. Ready?
Spider doesn't have the
3, 2, 1. Dimensional door.
Alright.
Morrigan and Cersei drop in. All
Go
like
through,
fucking, all fucking like Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. You like just drop through the ceiling into her bedroom. She's startled, wakes up in her bed. You guys land on the bed. Roll for initiative.
Alright. What's initiative again? Plus dex?
Yeah.
I got 13.
I got 16.
But she's still prone, so she has.
All right. Oh, I got 14 then, because she was asleep.
I got 14.
Alright.
All right. So I'm gonna let Morrigan go first, then her, and then Cersei, and then after that, then Pleaq can jump in. All right. So Morrigan, you go first. You've dropped down onto this lady's bed. She hasn't woken up yet. You get first attack before she wakes up.
Alright, I'm going to use...
The only sneak attack.
Huh?
You get the only sneak attack, so she gets no dex bonus. Your attack's almost assured to go through.
Alright, so I'm gonna use point blank shot. I get a...
You are right up in her face. Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm pointing at her. +1 attack and damage. Precise, I'm gonna Wayne Brady it, which gives me +1 damage magic attack.
Alright, I like it. Yep, using your magic. Alright,
And
doubling
then,
it up.
Deadly aim, I get a -2 on attack, but a +4 damage.
Alright, is that do you use grit for any of that stuff?
Nope.
That's all free of grit? You get all of that without using grit? That's fucked up. Alright, you called it. I'll allow it. Those are all things you can do, so I can't stop you. Go for it. Roll it.
Let me just add this up real quick. No broken ass characters comment?
Your character is broken ass. Everyone at this point, by the time you're level 6, everyone's character is broken ass. Let's be honest. I played D&D. At level 6, all characters are broken ass.
Alright, so I
And then you die.
It's like, well, I can just charisma my way out of any battle. I don't have to fight anything. I can just talk my way out of it if I have a good enough charisma.
That's
Yeah.
what Ramses thought.
Yeah, well, that didn't work, did it?
No, it did not.
Because I'm a good DM, damn it.
I know
All
you
right.
are, Mike.
I'm sorry you died, Pat.
-1. Alright, so I'm rolling a hit. Plus dex plus BAB.
Yep.
So that's 3 and what's my
So this is a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Alright.
So okay, alright, 4 and 4, so 7. Whatever this is, plus 7. 18 to hit.
That's going to be a hit. You get a point blank shot with your gun at this lady for a definite hit. Let's count this damage. How much damage do you do there, Pat?
1d12 plus.
Oh, motherfucker.
A lot.
What's the plus for?
So 1d12 plus 5.
12 damage?
Yeah. 12 damage.
Fuck. Alright, she's still alive, but barely. You definitely just blew up a chunk of this lady's face.
Alright.
Alright, Cersei, you're here too. You're already on the bed. She's going to get an attack opportunity. I'm going to swing for her, but I don't think her... Actually, she did pretty well. She has no weapon, so it's an unarmed attack. So it only does 1 damage, and it does it to you, Morgan. You take 1 damage of just like her scratching at your like ankles, basically. She was unprepared to be attacked. She was asleep in bed.
I shot her in the face.
So yeah.
Alright.
So she barely hurts you at all. Then it's Cersei's turn.
Alright, well then, she's almost dead.
Yeah, she's pretty close. She's pretty. At this point, you can tell like she's bleeding all over the sheets. Morgan just blew her face half off. She's not gonna live much longer. I would give her 3. I would give her 3 rounds. In 3 rounds, she'll be dead. I'll say that.
Before she bleeds out?
Before she bleeds out, yeah. You got like 18 seconds of whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt at her, Mythic
All right.
style.
All right, you're gonna lightning bolt.
I'm just doing a regular lightning bolt.
All right, she gets a reflex save, but she's gonna fail, I'm sure, because she's half asleep. She does fail. I rolled a 10 plus her reflex, which is only 2, so you're fine. Yours is 15, I think we talked about earlier. So. Oh, even better. Yeah. So she totally misses. So your lightning bolt works.
4d6 of damage.
Oh my god. If you roll 2 1s, you're fine.
5.
She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. You lightning bolt. Her body explodes with lightning. Like chunks of chunks of her body go everywhere.
I want to say this is from Harold, you bitch. And
All right.
cast the spell.
Boom. Chunks of her body go every fucking where. Like, there are bits of her on the ceiling, on the wall. You just, like, magic bulleted her body. Like, you just, like, chopped it up into bits. You made a mess. You made a mess, but it worked. She is dead. At the moment that she explodes, Pleaq drops into the bed, about ready to deliver attack. He was ready to throw in one final attack.
I got this, guys.
But he gets there too late. There's no pieces left for his spider to bite. You guys already blew her up.
Alright, well then let's quickly loot the place. And,
Alright,
get
you
a little experience.
Yeah. You all get 80 experience each. So write that down on your experience points so you can level up later.
Do I?
Yeah, you get 80.
I'm not sure I do.
You do. You were there. I counted.
Oh, any experience.
No, you weren't really there. You were there enough. And they get it, but it won't matter as much for them because they need a lot more experience to level up. Alright, so you guys each get 8 experience for blowing up a sleeping old lady. But also the ghost is now gone, so you've completed that quest.
Alright, awesome.
So way to go.
So then, is there any loot in the room? Any,
She does have some jewelry. She has some clothes. You guys are ladies, so she has ladies' clothes if you guys want to steal some nightgowns or like dresses and stuff. Yeah, they're like old ladies' clothes, but they're nice old. I mean, she's a rich old lady.
Yeah,
Like
no,
this is a mansion you guys are in. So if you want to steal some if you want to steal some noble outfits, that's fine. Or if you want to steal some really nice lingerie, that's fine. Or if you want to steal some jewelry, it's not magical, but it's expensive. There's probably about 500 gold worth of jewelry in the room. If you guys want to steal it and split it, however you want to split it, I don't care. Discuss that among yourselves. Of course, if Pleaq okay with all this.
I know where she keeps her private
ask...
stash, and I go for that, and
right,
I don't
Pleaq.
tell them.
Alright, Pleaq secretly goes for the private stash. Roll me your percentage chance, Pleaq.
private stash.
I mean...
He lives here, he knows about it, you guys don't. He does it without you guys knowing, so I have to make you roll a stealth check too to make sure they don't notice. But roll me a percentage for the secret stash first, so I know what I'm getting out of there.
A 39.
Alright, now roll a stealth, not be noticed, sneaking stuff out of the secret stash.
Nat 20.
Alright, he rolls a nat 20, so he does get something out of the secret stash. So I've got to pull. You guys don't notice him getting this. I apologize.
Yeah, well, that's how the rolls go, baby.
Yep.
In the meantime, I'm going to ask if your spider can make a rope so that we can get back up into the attic real quick.
There's no hole in the ceiling.
It lasts for two rounds.
Oh, well, if it still lasts and you guys did this very quickly, then yes.
Yeah, it
That'd
goes
be
for
fine.
one round per level.
You guys did kill her pretty fast. It only took one round of attack. So yeah, you guys still have plenty. You still have one. You have 6 seconds to get upstairs for anything happens. So you have to hurry. So if you're gonna loot the room, you're not gonna get very much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you guys to like take that jewelry count in half. So whatever I said in jewelry, half that. If you're trying to hurry to get back upstairs.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Alright, so 250 in jewelry then.
Yeah. So split that however you want. I'll still let you get the secret stash. In that secret stash is a called Roka sword. So you snuck that away into your backpack. No one saw you take it.
Alright, yeah. So we're gonna
just does
give,
that whenever it is.
see if his spider can hop up and get a rope up there.
Harriet has the ability to make a web, no problem. You guys can do it very quickly. If you guys hurry, you have a whole round. You have 6 seconds. So you guys are like Indiana Jones. You'll just barely make it. That's what I'll have happen. You guys, like, the portal shuts off, like, right as the spider's butt comes from underneath the portal. You guys are made it by a hair, but you're back up in the attic, and now she's dead.
Alright, well, then I guess...
With a big bullet wound to her face. As you guys make it back up into the attic, you hear someone rushing in the room below. You hear people rushing into the room. Open it, they heard the gunshot, of course, because guns are very loud. So they rush into the room. They see their aunt's face blown to smithereens. They're screaming, "Oh my god! Poor aunt, whatever. It's so bad that her face is blown off." So they're kind of... So you hear people freaking out in the room below.
Alright, well, I'm fancy running downstairs and telling them that we were able to get rid of the Uncle Harold's ghost. You're welcome. And,
Alright, so you guys head downstairs to say we get rid of Harold's ghost, but she says, but while you were here, our aunt got shot in the face. What happened? I'm gonna call the guard. You guys wait here.
I think during our battle with Harold, that might have been Harold's ghost doing.
She says, "Well, I still think I should call the guard to make some kind of report."
No.
I mean,
No.
we
Don't.
talked to Harold, and he said that he was murdered by his wife, so he probably decided to get revenge.
Look, just because a ghost said that someone murdered him doesn't mean you can just kill whoever you want. That was our aunt.
Well,
I say, fuck off, sis. Pay these gals so we can get out of here.
All right, roll me an intimidation check.
Intimidate.
All right.
I can.
Let's see what happens.
Shit. No, I can't.
What was it?
It was a 4.
Oh no!
So with that's 9.
What did I get? It says, "We've given you enough money, Pleaq." It says, "I want to know who killed my aunt, whatever her name was." I don't
She was
remember.
a bitch and deserved to die. No one liked her.
Roll me a diplomacy check on saying that.
I rolled another 4. So that's 8.
So not great. She still seems pretty upset, and she locks the front door
Alright, well, I'm
and
gonna say...
and starts to yell for help.
I'm gonna use diplomacy with her and tell her to calm down and be like, we just did you a service, and we need to be on our way.
I'm gonna help him out.
Yeah.
All
Tell
right,
diplomacy.
you can both roll diplomacy.
22.
All right, and what would you roll there? All right, so with your help, that's good enough to convince her that you were getting rid of the ghost, and you are right. Her aunt was kind of a bitch. No one really liked their aunt, but they just no one else had the guts to kill her. So they're like, she says whatever and opens the door, and she says just get out of here before the guards show up. The guards are on their way, so just hurry.
All right, let's peace out. Yep. Let's head back to your house.
Casually, yeah.
Where do you head?
Yeah, head back to Pleaq's house.
Pleaq's house? Alright, you go back to Pleaq's house. You're back at Pleaq's house. It's that easy, you're there now.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So, mission accomplished, boys. That was pretty good. I like it. Do we want to take a break and give Pat a chance real quick? Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go back to Vortiga on the island of Reyes.
Alright.
We'll take two. We'll take the jewelry, I guess.
Okay. Well, I am right now in my room, resting and praying to Robagug and everything.
Around all your smashed furniture.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm going to now go to the woods to meet Randala. But I did all the runes, right?
You did what? Oh, the runes on your bones? Yeah, you did all of those, and you think they look great.
Yeah. Don't know what they really are.
You think you did a good job, and they're going to be troll.
trolls in
You
the
think they're
game,
troll
but-
bones. You think
yeah.
you did a great job.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to head out to the woods then.
All right, you head out towards the woods.
To meet Randala.
All right, you meet Randala just outside of town, past the stables. No incident at all. You make it out to the woods, past the stables. Nothing happens. You see her standing there. She's easy to spot.
Alright, how many rats does she have with her?
She has 3 gang members with her. Look like tough guys, but all rat folk. 3 tough rat folk looking dudes.
Okay, I'm going to take her to the hill and show her the fire around the castle and around the tower and everything, and show her what I was talking about, why she needs to use this wish to get rid of Broderick so we can go to the tower.
Alright, she sees the fire from where you are. You guys aren't that close. Froderick might be able to sense you. Do you want to sense the presence again there, Froderick?
Back at the tower? Yeah. I should.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception? Alright. That's going to be 22.
That's enough to know that the presence you noticed before, the hobgoblin,
Alright.
is in the proximity.
Alright.
She's not next to the fire like she was before, but she's in a distance. She can see the fire. You can tell that she's close enough that she can see the fire from where she is, and she has someone else. She has someone else with her, or a group of people, a small group with her.
Alright, well, I'm going to scry and try to see what they're up to.
All right, roll me another perception check to see if you can see anyone else.
That's only going to be a 13.
All right, you have trouble making out who else is with her, because you've locked into her energy before. You recognize her right away because of the energy. this other energy are people. One of them seems to be someone you've encountered before, but you have trouble recognizing. And the other two seem to be not important, like just thugs of some sort, like just nobodies.
All right. Okay. Well, throwing back to me.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to show Randall the fire and say, this is why you need to help me by using this wish, and we can, extinguish the fires and easily go take care of Froderick or get rid of Froderick altogether, and we can, you can finally have the crystal you want.
He says, I'll do whatever it takes.
All right, so I pull out the sheet, the contract, and say, if you sign this contract and you wish, if you concentrate hard enough on wanting the fire to go away, and
so I'm wishing for a fire to go away?
For the flames of protecting the tower to be extinguished.
So that's all you need me to wish for is for the flames to go away.
I mean, actually, you could just wish for Frederick to die. You're an ass.
Okay, I can just wish for Frederick to die and sign this piece of paper, and it'll happen.
Yes.
And that's all. That's all I need to know.
Just wish him to die, and then the tower will.
It says if I can get can in the contract be that I get control of the crystal? Can we add that to the contract?
The contract is binding, and it's.
Yeah, that's why I want to add that I get control of the crystal.
You can't add things to the contract, or
I don't want to sign any contract that doesn't guarantee me control of the crystal.
I mean, there's just me and you and two other people. You'll be able to easily take the crystal. Diplomacy?
Yeah, roll diplomacy. See if she believes you.
All right.
I'll roll sense motive versus you.
All right, that is 18 plus 2, so 20.
You're lucky. You got just enough to be okay. She senses that you're telling the truth, and she says, "Okay, I'll trust you. I'll sign your paper, and I'll get control of the crystal." She says, "I wish Froderick would die," and signs your contract.
Okay.
At that moment, the tower goes dark and the fire dies.
Nice. All right.
She starts rushing to the tower.
She's
about 30 feet in front of you. And her one of her followers is behind her, and one of them is behind you.
Well, I run with her and pull out my rune bones.
All right.
And do I have the dex? Do I have the?
You can throw them 20 feet. She's 10 feet ahead of you, so you can throw them like right in front of her if you wanted to.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, you throw them. Roll me a percentage chance if you have percentage dice. If not, I'll roll it. But...
I do.
All right. Oh, you're glad I didn't roll it.
41.
All right, you throw the bones on the ground. They turn into dogs, which still nip at Randala's heels and make it inconvenient, but they're not quite trolls. So they do slow her down a bit, and you manage to catch up. So you guys are now neck and neck.
Can I run ahead of her?
You can if you can find some way to.
Can I try to trip her with my clerical quarterstaff?
Yeah, you pull out your quarterstaff and try and trip her. Roll me a CMB versus her CMD.
Oh, God. That's not going to go well.
What's your
I'm going
CMB?
to keep throwing the rune bones at her and see if they can slow her down any.
All right, so you have how many?
I had 13 and I threw, 3 or 4? With
Yeah, I would assume a couple to get, because every one you throw gets a dog. So I'll assume you threw a couple down. So yeah, you keep throwing them down. She does slow her down a bit. She's a little bit. You're a little ahead now, but only by like 10 feet.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep running towards the tower.
All right, you're able to make it just ahead of Randala, 10 feet ahead, and you hurry up the stairs, I assume.
Yes, and behind
at top
me,
speed.
I cast as I'm running up if I get on the stairs in front of her.
You're 10 feet ahead, so you can cast something behind you to slow her down.
I'm going to cast Create Water. And, like...
You're going to sploosh the stairs to make them slippery?
Yeah.
I get it. So you make the stairs behind you slippery. I'll even say that she falls down and you gain another 10 feet. So you're 20 feet ahead now going up the stairs.
And I keep going until I get upstairs. But first I cast Detect Undead.
Alright, you do detect some undead ahead above you.
Okay. How many rune bones do I have left?
You have about 3 or 4, like a handful.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to cast then Hide from Undead.
Alright, you become unnoticeable to undead creatures.
Alright. And I'm going to go to the top of the tower.
Alright, you make it to the top. Just ahead of Randala.
Perception on what I see.
Roll it for me.
I have a 3.
Other than the scary undead body of Frederick barreling down the stairs at you, you don't see anything else.
Can I step to the side and let Frederick
Yeah,
pass?
roll me a dexterity check to step to the side. You're pretty big, but
18 plus 5.
alright, that's good enough. You're able to dodge Frederick clambering down the stairs. He actually runs right into Randala and tackles her, and she goes falling down the stairs. You continue upward.
Alright, I run to the top of the tower to touch the crystal.
You touch the crystal.
Yeah.
You gain mythic ascension.
Yes! Yes! I'm back, bitches!
Alright, we're gonna leave you there. I'm gonna do a couple more minutes with these dudes since they're all together. Alright, dudes that are all together. Alright, you're back at Pleaq's house after this murder.
Yeah. And then we're gonna cut through
Alright.
the
So,
dark
let's
forest.
go turn in the bounty for removing the ghost.
So you're gonna go to Darkwood Forest and collect your bounty for ghost hunting.
Yeah, from the forest gnomes.
Alright, so you guys head south into the Darkwood Forest.
Yeah. I don't feel like I had like free passage.
Yeah, you do encounter some spirits on the way there, but if you guys will all roll me stealth checks, I'll let you avoid them if you guys are above 15 each.
What do you want? A stealth check?
Yeah.
That
Which
is
is dex if you don't have it.
Dex. Ha! 21!
Oh, you're fine. As long as all your friends make it, we're good.
Yeah, I'm stealthy as fuck.
Alright, we got 2 stealths. How you doing, Cersei?
I rolled a 12.
But I don't know what
Your
my
modifier is?
dexterity modifier is. +1, so I got a 13.
Alright, so Cersei makes some noise, and the ghosts notice her. But I'm gonna let you roll a charisma check to get out of dealing with the ghost, because you're so charming and a slut.
Well,
And Samsara, and you have other guys.
I'll give it a little Ergotho or something.
Yeah. I'll let you roll a charisma to get out of it. Because I like you guys, and 2 or 3 of you made it.
Well, you let me roll like a diplomacy check?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, alright, 17.
Why not at this point? Roll it.
I'll let me walk through some
Alright, so yeah, you seem friendly enough that the ghosts let you pass, so don't fuck with you. You guys make it to the center of the forest where the Darkwood Village is, where there are very few gnomes, only a couple. And you walk into town with your new gnome friend on Spiderback. A couple of gnomes gasp right away and point.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception to see what the hell they're pointing at. 13.
It's hard to tell, but it doesn't seem like they're pointing at you.
Alright, anybody else?
Yeah, what are they pointing at? 23?
It seems like they're pointing at your new friend Pleaq.
Should we have asked? You knew where we were going. Yeah, alright. You could have said something.
What's the, shit?
I'm gonna ask roll diplomacy to see what the hell's going on.
Alright, with Pleaq? Are you asking Pleaq?
No. I'm gonna, so there's like gnomes swarming around us?
There's not very many, but there's like a handful of gnomes. One old gnome, a couple young gnomes.
Can I,
In the village. They're not swimming around you, but they've all noticed you coming here, and they're all definitely taking notice of Pleaq being here and acting astonished.
Can I roll a perception to find that, like, old, drunk, smoky gnome I used to hang out with?
Yeah, roll it.
28.
Yes, you definitely notice him among all these younger gnomes. He's the oldest. He's easy to recognize.
I forget his name.
Periphery, I think, is his name.
Yes, that's what it was. Like, peripheral.
Yep, but
Say that
Periphery.
we're here to collect on the bounty for the old Harold.
Alright, you say this
Barkley.
loud enough for Periphery to hear.
I'm
He
gonna walk
says,
up to Periphery
He
and
says
be like,
it's great that you have hunted the ghost for us, as I asked. But you brought a traitor into our midst. Our midst.
Right. Well, I'll roll diplomacy and say, how so?
natural 20 for Will.
Yeah.
He says this gnome Pleaq is a betrayer. He's lived amongst elves his whole life and has helped kidnap and enslave even his own brothers. Periphery says, I know because I am his father.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Wait, didn't Periphery tell me about a shitty son or something? I'm trying to remember. Periphery and I used to get pretty drunk together.
You did. You did have a shitty son.
Pleaq, it's your long lost father.
It's your long lost dad.
I say, you were never my father.
He said, you were stolen from me. That wasn't my fault.
Can I, slowly
He
walk
says,
away?
that bitch took you.
So we were not aware of these things at the time when he helped us complete a mission that was set forth by someone in this village.
Periphery, your son has helped us on this mission
He's
you
redeeming
sent me
himself.
on.
Is that true, daughter? I forget sex is in this game.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Oh,
I say, I'm just here to get paid.
And he says, and paid you shall get. And he pulls out a throwing knife and tosses it at your face. Roll a dexterity save.
17.
Alright, you're able to dodge the blade coming at your face, but just barely. You feel the blade whizzing past your cheek.
run up to Periphery, right after he throws a knife at his daughter's head.
Can I pull out
No.
my blowgun?
Yeah.
Hush!
No. Okay.
I'm gonna grab Periphery by the arm and sneak out my flask and show up to him and be like, just meet me at the circle. Don't
Alright.
harm him now.
He follows you over to the circle while these two wait on the outskirts on the edge of the town.
Alright, I'm gonna whip out my flask, as we often did late at night,
Yeah, Kate and Colleen, you got a drink.
and explain that I don't know what happened to you, to your daughter.
Yeah.
Daughter in the past, but she helped us greatly on the mission that you sent me on.
He says,
I can't try and sway you, but I can just tell you the truth of what happened.
he says, just know that as long as she's here, I am watching all of you.
Well, I understand you have a distrust in your daughter. I can agree with that decision.
Alright. So he does this motion.
Alright.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna reward.
Oh. Yeah, by the way, that mission you sent me
Oh,
on,
you want to talk about ghost rewards, huh?
Ghostbusters.
You guys did bust a ghost, I guess.
Kinda. We got him to go away on his own. I don't know if
That counts as busting a ghost. He says, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And hands you 10 gold.
10?
10.
Sure, total.
Total.
Wow. Alright. Well, you can keep the 10 gold.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm okay with that.
Thanks. Buddy, I thought we had a little understanding going on.
Then he laughs and also passes you a 1 force rune.
Like a
Ghost
little
force.
remote force bomb.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
So he sneaks that in there to you. You can tell everyone about it or not. I don't care. But he does pass that to you.
Well, then I guess we'll say, I'll say, we mean no harm. We'll be on our way. Because clearly they're not happy with.
Yeah, he says, and don't bring her back.
Right.
They say join your way
around
south.
The village and head to Southport.
All right, you guys head south towards Southport.
For imaginary adventures with real friends. Tune in next time for more long-distance Dungeons & Dragons dinner theater. Find out what happens next, just as soon as we do.